I'm a teacher by background, and about 20 years ago, I decided to do some research on the disparity of schools in the East End and city of Richmond with the schools in the West End, and I was disturbed by what I saw. So I decided to use my degree to really work with students who needed my extra help. I started working as a reading specialist at Glen Lee Elementary School, but as I worked with the students, I felt like I couldn't get to the root of issues, faith and family. So I heard about the Darrell Green Foundation up in Washington, D.C. Darrell was a former Redskins football player who planted himself in the D.C. area to really make a difference for children and their families in subsidized housing community. I began a 2-year journey of training up in Washington, D.C. and starting the Delmont Learning Center in the summer of 2003 with 10 students. This learning center has now been going on for 16 years, and we started our second learning center in Highland Park in 2008. And then we really saw the need to meet the middle and high schoolers where they were, and we started that learning center in 2013.
I was most excited about was the fact that I get to talk about Jesus every day to the children and to their families as well. I get to teach a daily Bible lesson and speak truth into their lives each moment of every day, and I did not get that opportunity in the public school system. I was also so excited that I not only got to continue teaching, but that I moved up with my kids each year and got to stay in relationship with them and their families for many, many years.
We are looking for people to give an hour and a half to 2 hours to mentor a child weekly.
So when I think about my life and all the things that I have, the lessons I've been taught, how to live, how to be responsible, how to be a man, I can think back to specific men in my life who stepped in and taught me how to do a lot of the things that I do and how to live in a lot of the ways that I live and how to care for my family the way that I do. So I think a reason to invest is if you have experienced anyone investing in your life and pouring into your life, you can care for others in that same way. You can sacrifice some time. You can get off work or you can go into work early and you can make a space for this time to invest in the children.
I was a wild kid, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was fighting, I was stealing, I was trying to pick up chicks, I was doing the whole 9 yards. And so the way youth life changed me was the fact that they taught me how to be a man, basically.
I wouldn't even be right here right now. I'd probably be in a bed, 600 pounds, just laying there on the rug.
We have come alongside these families, their children, and one of the things I really love about Youth Life is that we try to get them when they're young and just walk through life with them.
Our house was broken into, and I honestly did not know what I was going to do, because now we live almost 40 minutes away from the school, from Youth Life and everything. I told Miss Grace, and she called me right away with the most compassion, the most care I can ever even ask for. And before, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was really upset because I knew I had to take them from Youth Life because we would have to switch schools, but they've helped me to the point where I don't even have to switch schools or even worry about anything like that. They've definitely helped me. So that's my story.
I get to experience love that the kids give me, and I get to give them sacrificial love that I've been given in my life before. And it's just a good community and a good time to help children grow in knowledge and understanding.
He has reminded me of his faithfulness and of his goodness and how much greater his love for these kids and their families is.
Not only are we already a family, but now these kids are part of our family and we're part of theirs.
As a mother, I work all the time, and for me to know my kids are safe and I can actually work and come and pick them up and know that I have people that care for them just like I care for them. Like, the people here love my children just like I love them. And more kids need that.
Without Youth Life, I wouldn't be the man of Christ today that I am. They brought me out of my my close space in my house to like being outside, meeting new people every single day. They took me out of my comfort zone and showed me Christ.
All this stuff, you know, they consider, oh yeah, you a man if you do this. It doesn't make you a man. Being a man is taking up responsibility and believing that Christ died for your sins.
We are looking for people who will become monthly partners, that day in and day out we can have teachers in our learning centers who are the consistent faces that our students see.
Anyone should invest in this. Like, it needs to be more of youth life centers everywhere. So.